Hi, this is Antonio Galimberti from AG Languages. Thank you very much for being here, for being watching this class. Okay, this is class number 66. It has been 66 weeks connected, having these free sessions with you. I really appreciate it. So, welcome to this class. This is class number 66. We are talking about making and receiving phone calls. And today, we are going to review the use of useful expressions to make phone calls, and we will also review some other grammar features and components because this is class number 66 and this is the last class for the elementary level. So thank you very much for having watched all of these 66 classes, and we're going to consolidate a lot of vocabulary and grammar today. So for example, here we have cards and pictures that we use for international exams. We will review that today, talking about phone calls. Then a card in order to create a conversation between two people on the phone. We will also talk about a paragraph with 167 words about how to handle phone calls in English. And we will review vocabulary about it, and we will review pronunciation also of key vocabulary using phonetic symbols taken from the Merriam-Webster dictionary. Are you interested in online English classes? Please visit aglanguages.com slash contáctanos. You will find the information that you need to request English classes with us. Remember that we teach all levels, all ages, and all needs. And thank you for interacting with us on social media. At the end of the class, we have a Q&A session. So if you have any questions about the content of the class we are going to have today, please feel free to leave your questions there. Are you ready for the first part of this class? I am. This is class number 66. And let's start. Hi, my name is Antonio Galimberti. Welcome to this class. This is class number 66. Today we are talking about making and receiving phone calls. Phone calls in English, of course. And we will review the use of useful expressions. If you want to call a friend, what can you say? It's Debbie, and you identify yourself. If you're calling a friend, it's Debbie. Now, if you want to talk to Lisa, oh, I wanted to put Lisa there. Is Lisa there? Or Liz, probably. Is Lisa there? Okay, if you want to ask, if you want to talk to Lisa, right? Now, if you are calling from a business, how do you introduce yourself? You say, this is Carla Ramini. Or you are calling a business. You're calling a business. You say, this is Carla Ramini or Rimini, right? It's more formal than it's. If you're calling a friend, it's Debbie. It's Debbie. This is Debbie. Okay? It's Debbie. It's Debbie. My name is Debbie, but we don't say that, right? We say it's Debbie. Is Liz there or Lisa there? Okay, if you want to talk to her. Now, if you're calling a business, you say, this is Carla Rimini. This is. Could I speak to Harry Jones, please? Could I speak to Harry Jones, please? If you want to talk to that person, right? So here you're using the verb to be, it's. In the question, it's the first one. In the sentence, it's. Then in the question, you have is. Then in this sentence, you have this is. And here you have could I speak. Super cool. Now, calling back. Could you call me back? Okay. Could you call me back? Can you call me this time? Okay. Could you call me back? Okay. It's like, can you call me again? Yes, something like that. Or can you call me in return? That is what I should be saying. Now, could you call me in return? Could you call me back? Now, how do you pronounce this? Could you call me? Could you call? Could you call? You can also say, could you ring me back? Could you ring me back? Okay. If you want to leave the message, right? Just call him to call me. Just ask him to call me. Or this is the message also. Just ask her to ring me. Just ask her to ring me. Tell him to call me. Or tell her to call me. Good. Or I'll call you back, right? I'll call you back. I will call you in return. Yes, I'll call you back. That's great. Nice. Some other expressions. If you want to leave a message, could I leave a message for him? Could I leave a message for her? If you're talking, if you're calling a man and the man is not there, you can say, could I leave a message for him? If you want to talk to a girl and the girl is not there, what do you say? Could I leave a message for her? Very nice. And if you are taking a message, you are receiving the message, probably you have to take notes. So what do you say? Let me check that. Let me check that. Or you can also say, let me get a pen. Let me get a pen. Or just a moment. Just a moment. That's nice, right? So now we're going to put all of this into practice. To practice our test taking strategies. And let's focus on the PEIC, Person English International Certificate. If you want to take the exam, you can count on us. Okay, we can help you out with this exam, and we can give you the training, or we can also help you get access to the exam. When you take this exam, they give you instructions like this, and also a card, and you have to use these instructions to put a conversation together. So today we are talking about making and receiving phone calls, and we are reviewing useful expressions. So let's see what the task is about. It says, imagine you are making a phone call. The person is not available. A secretary answers the phone. Your partner is the secretary. He will ask you to leave a message. He will ask you questions and make comments. So this is the situation, and this is the card. And the task is, tell him who is calling. Tell him who you want to talk with. Ask him if the person will be available later. Ask him if you want to leave a message. Then leave a message. Then thank him and end the call. Fantastic. This is very nice, right? So we're going to put this together and we will create a conversation like this. Okay, light blue is the person who is receiving the phone call at the company, and yellow is the person reading. And everything that you see in white, all of that is the target language, the expressions that we're trying to learn today. So light blue, 1. Good morning. Thanks for calling ATD Miami. Paul speaking. Yellow, 1. Good morning. This is Juan Lopez. Light blue, 2. Good morning, sir. How can I help you? Yellow, 2. Could I speak with Mr. Smith, please? Light blue, 3. I'm sorry, but he's at a meeting right now. Yellow, 3. Oh, will he be available later this morning? 4. Light blue. Let me see his agenda. I'm afraid he won't. Yellow, 4. Can I leave a message? Light blue, 5. Sure. Yellow, 5. Can you ask him to check his email, please? I will send him an email in a bit. Light blue, 6. Okay, is there something else I can do for you? Yellow, no thanks, have a nice day. Okay, so what do we see here? Here we see expressions that are commonly used when you have a conversation on the phone. And in this case, you're talking to somebody that is in a company, right? So light blue, 1, Paul speaking, to introduce himself. Number 2, light blue, how can I help you, to offer help. Number 3, I'm sorry but, to say that you are not in the position to provide the help that was requested. Light blue, 4, let me see, to take some time to check the agenda. I'm afraid to say that something is not going to happen and that you're sorry. Light blue, 6, is there something else I can do for you? To offer additional help. Yellow, number 1, good morning, sorry. this is to introduce yourself. Number 2, could I speak with, to ask for you're having a conversation with somebody, right? Number 3, yellow, will he be available later? If you want to call later again? So will he be available later? Number four, can I leave a message? If you want to leave a message, can I leave a message? Can you ask him to? Can you ask him to leave a message? So here you're using modals. Can I leave? Can you ask? Could I speak? And how can I help you? Right? So those are very interesting pieces of grammar that we use when making phone conversations or when having phone conversations. Now, what about the A2 Key Cambridge exam? Well, if you want to take this exam, you're probably going to receive a set of pictures in order for you to create a story. At AG Lounges, we can help you with preparation for this exam, for the A2 Key Cambridge exam. And when you receive these cards, you have to make a conversation, or no, not a conversation, to write a story. You have to write a story about what you see, all right? And today's class is about making and receiving phone calls, and we are reviewing a good number of grammar items. So at AG Lounges, we give you the cards and we make you speak. So here we have somebody and that is the subway. Then we also have somebody sitting at a table with somebody else, and there's a phone there too. Then there's somebody, a man, sitting in front of a lake, and then we see the cell phone on a table or on a desk, and there are some other study materials. So we're gonna put all of this together to create this story. It's not a story, but it's a description of every single picture that you see, trying to talk about what you see there, right? So number one, John is always on the phone, simple present. John is the subject, is the verb, always is the frequency adverb. Number two, when he takes the train, he reads messages and makes phone calls before getting to the office. In number two, you have also the simple present, subject he, verbs takes, reads, makes. We use the simple present, or everything in yellow, to talk about factual information, to talk about things that are true in life. Okay, and then in number three, in light blue, we see the present perfect. He has done, he has done, he has done. He, the subject, has your auxiliary, and done is your verb in the past participle. You use the present perfect when you want to connect the past and the present, or when you want to say that something happened in the past, but you are not saying when that thing happened. Okay, and then you have the simple past. He opened, to say that something happened at a specific time in the past. Then, here in this picture, simple present, to talk about factual information. But he never uses his phone at the table. He never uses his phone at the table. Subject he, frequency adverb never, verb uses. It is conjugated according to the subject, which is in first person and third person singular. That's why your verb finishes in s. Number two, he doesn't like it when his girlfriend does it. Negative, subject he, auxiliary doesn't, like the verb in base form. Next, his girlfriend does it. Here we're using does as an auxiliary so that we don't repeat the verb use her phone, right? Or uses her phone, right? So that does is replacing the idea that is in number one. Subject his girlfriend, verb does. Number three, however, he never gets mad at her for that. So subject he, frequency adverb never, and the verb gets in third person singular. Beautiful. So you use the simple present to talk about things that you always do, facts in your life. Now, here in green, we have the simple past. In pink, we have the present continuous, and in purple or gray, we have the past continuous. Green, simple past, to talk about things that happened in the past, at a specific point in the past. Present continuous, he's sitting, he's reading, to talk about things that are happening in the picture at the moment. He was studying, to talk about an action that was in progress in the past. Listen, last weekend, that is your time expression that gives context, the context that you need for the whole thing. Last weekend, he went to the countryside. Simple past, he went. Irregular verb. Subject he, irregular verb went. In this picture, he's sitting in front of a lake and he's reading something on his phone. He subject verb to be is sitting, the verb in ing. Next, he subject is verb to be reading, the verb in ing. He is sitting, he is reading. Amazing. All right, present continuous to describe what is happening at the moment in the picture. Next, he bought, simple past. He bought access to an online course last week. Last week is your time expression. That's why the action is in the simple past in green. He bought. So he was studying for the whole weekend. So he was studying for the whole weekend. Okay, that is about an action that was in progress in the past, right? Amazing. And you have the subject, the verb to be, and the verb in ing was the verb to be in the past. Now, here we have different grammar tenses. Look, number one, he wants to make his own business grow. Simple present to talk about a fact. Yellow, number one, subject he, verb wants. It finishes in s because the subject is he. It is conjugated into the third person singular. Number two, he will think about new ideas this weekend. He will think about the future. This is about an intention that this person has for the future, a future intention. He, subject, will, the modal verb, think. Okay, the verb in base form. He will think. Number three, he would like to offer more products. This is to talk about future desire. He would like to, would like to, would like to, future desire. He would like to offer. He would like to offer. Next, he's going to start a new course after he finishes the one he's currently taking. He's going to start. This is to talk about future plans. He, subject, is going to for the future. Start is your verb. He's going to start a new course after he finishes the one he's currently taking. He's currently taking. Present continuous. You have the subject he, the verb to be is, currently is the adverb, and taking is your verb in ing. So these are many things that we have seen in the past, and if you want to review them all, visit aglanguages.com/videos. There you will find our whole collection of videos, both explained in English, the topics explained in English, and in Spanish for your benefit. Visit please aglanguages.com/blog and you will be able to read some stuff about English. And if you visit aglanguages.com/readings, you will find free readings for you. Okay? Now, interested in online English classes, visit aglanguages.com/contactanos and we will give you more information about the classes we offer online. Remember, we teach English for all levels, all ages, and all needs. And thank you for interacting with our content on social media. And leave your comments, leave your questions, and follow us on Instagram, also on TikTok, on LinkedIn, on Facebook, and on YouTube. Are you ready for the writing class? So thank you very much for being connected or for watching the recording of this class. I really appreciate it. This is class number 66. Hi, this is Antonio Galimberti from AG Languages. Welcome to class number 66. Today we are going to write a paragraph, and this paragraph titles How I Handle Phone Calls in English. This is class number 66. How many words? 167. What is the paragraph about? It's about phone calls, and it has a review of many of the things that we have seen. All right, so what am I gonna do? This is class 66, so we have talked about a lot of different subjects and grammar points that we will review here in this paragraph. So I will be reading the paragraph, and while I am reading the paragraph, please pay attention to all the grammar that you can identify, and also think about how the paragraph is organized. The title of this paragraph is How I Handle Phone Calls in English, Class 66, Words 167. Here we go. There are two things that I do when I have a phone call in English. First, I speak slowly. This is important because when I try to speak fast, I get nervous and I can't speak in English clearly if I don't convey my ideas well in the language. The caller doesn't understand me. and I can help him. So I don't worry about being fluent so much. I prefer to be clear. Another thing that helps me is to ask for clarification when I need it. I have learned that it is better to ask for clarification when I don't understand what the caller says. It is true that it is uncomfortable to do it several times during a call. However, it is better to make sure I'm getting the right message. Pretending the message is clear doesn't have good results. Thanks to these two habits, I'm able to talk to people in English on the phone, even though my level of English is basic. Good. What do we see in this paragraph? We see an introductory sentence and a concluding sentence. The introductory sentence has two main ideas, like two things, and I have a phone call in English, right? In the conclusion, you find the very same things. Thanks to these two habits, and then you have English on the phone. Correct? So listen to the introduction. There are two things that I do when I have a phone call in English, and look at the conclusion. Thanks to these two habits, I'm able to talk to people in English on the phone, even though my level of English is basic. So the introduction and the conclusion are connected, and that helps a lot. Here we have examples of the simple present. You see the subject and the verb in all cases. Look, there are two things. The subject, two things, and then you have there are. I do. I have, I speak, this is, I try, I get. I don't convey. Convey should be in yellow there. The caller doesn't understand. Here the subject is the caller, and it's in negative. Doesn't is your auxiliary. Understand is the verb. I don't worry in negative. I prefer. Another thing that helps me is. So this is super cool, right? And then I need. I need. It is. I don't understand in negative. The caller says it is. It is. It is. It is. I love this one. Pretending the message is clear doesn't have. Subject. Pretending the message is clear. Auxiliary doesn't. Verb have. Pretending the message is clear doesn't have. Amazing. My level of English is. My level of English is. That's beautiful. Here your subject is my level of English, and then the verb is. Here we also have examples, but before we move on to that, all of these are examples of the simple present. And the simple present, remember, is used to talk about facts, information that is true in your life, habits, things that you always do. That's the simple present about. Here we have the present perfect. I have learned. I have learned. This is the present perfect to talk about things that you have done in the past, things that started in the past and that continue up to the present. And then we have I'm getting. I'm getting. I'm getting is the present continuous. Subject, the verb to be, and a verb in ing. Okay, so then here we have adverbs and adjectives. Remember, everything that you see in orange, every single word is an adverb. Why? Because it describes an adjective, an action. It talks about a verb. Everything that you see in yellow is an adjective. Why? Because it talks about something or someone. So, slowly, fast, clearly, and well. All of those are about actions. Important, nervous, fluent, clear, better, uncomfortable, right, clear, good, basic. All of those are adjectives, and adjectives are modifying nouns, people or things, right? And then here modals. I can't speak. Subject I, modal can't, verb speak. Next, I can help. Subject I, modal can't help, verb. But you also have a phrase that is very common. It is not a modal, but it works like a modal, and it's I'm able to talk. I'm able to talk. It's like saying I can talk, right? So memorize that. I'm able to, and then a verb. Here we have one of my favorite things to talk about, clauses. Here you have time clauses with when, conditional clauses with if, and contrast clauses with even though. Clauses give you context on what you're talking and allow you to provide more information. First example, when I have a phone call in English. Next, when I try to speak fast. Next, if I don't convey my ideas well in the language. So there you have two time clauses, when, and then if, and the whole thing, right? So the clause is the whole thing that you see in light blue, right? Next, when I need it, time clause. When I don't understand what the caller says, that is another time clause. Even though my level of English is basic, a contrast clause. So you use clauses to give context, to give more information about something. And in order to use a clause, a time clause, you're going to need when. For a conditional clause, you're going to need if. For a contrast clause, you can use even though, right? Cool. What else do we have here? Connectors and transitioning or transitional phrases. For example, here you have first in green. Next, another thing that helps me in green, and finally in green, thanks to these two habits in green. So, thanks to those three words and phrases, you can move from the first idea into the second one, from the second one into the conclusion in a logical order, and you can divide your paragraph logically into two different parts. But each part also has its own connectors. In yellow, for example, this is important because if I don't convey so, next, I have learned that, it is true that, however, so this paragraph has been divided into three parts by those green highlighted parts of the text, and we also have yellow. And yellow is helping us to organize the information within each section of the paragraph. And this is a table, a graphic organizer that has helped me organize my ideas before actually writing the paragraph. The first part was about speaking slowly when I have a phone call in English. The other one is about asking for clarification. So after writing the ideas down here, I was able to have a very nice paragraph like this with 67 words divided into two parts. If you want to watch the whole collection of videos that we have, visit agelogist.com/videos. You will find videos in English and Spanish. And if you visit agelogist.com/blog, you will be reading articles about learning or teaching English that will be of your benefit. agelogist.com/readings has a good number of readings, free readings for you and your students. Are you interested in online English classes? Please contact us. Visit agelogist.com/contactanos, and we will be happy to give you information about our online English classes. Remember, we teach all levels, all ages, and all needs. Thank you for interacting with our content on social media. Leave your comments, your questions, and follow us on Instagram, also on TikTok, on LinkedIn, Facebook, and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Ready for the next part of the class. This is class number 66, and we are doing the pronunciation class. So thank you very much for being right there connected. I really appreciate it. Welcome. And hi, this is class number 66, and we are going to review vocabulary and pronunciation. About what? Well, this is about phone calls. Making and receiving phone calls. When we talk about making and receiving phone calls, we usually need collocations. What is a collocation? A set of words that usually goes together. Yeah? A group of words that goes together. For example, you are always going to say take a message, leave a message, call someone back, answer the phone, phone a friend, transfer a call or transfer a call, answering machine. All right? So we are going to review how to pronounce some of the words in these phrases, but let me read the phrases again. Take a message, leave a message, call someone back, answer the phone, phone your friend, transfer a call, answering machine. Let's pay attention to the pronunciation of these words, some of them, using phonetic symbols from the Merriam-Webster dictionary. For example, this one. It has 4 letters and 3 sounds. The vowel is A wearing a hat, which sounds like A. How do you pronounce the word? Take. Take. This one, 5 letters, 3 sounds. The pronunciation E wearing a hat. Pronunciation leave. Leave. That is the sound is like smiling. Leave. Okay. Then 4 letters here, 3 sounds. You have A when you write it, but you have O when you pronounce it. Call. Call. This one, 6 letters, 5 sounds, 2 syllables. The first syllable is the stressed syllable, and we have answer. Answer. Okay? You have a in the first syllable and in the second syllable. Answer. Then 5 letters, 3 sounds. You have O with a hat. Phone. 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 Then we have this one with 8 letters and 8 sounds, 2 syllables. It can be the stressed syllable, can be the second one or the first one, no problem. So in the first syllable we have a, and in the second syllable we have a. So transfer or transfer. Transfer or transfer. Good. This one, 7 letters, 5 sounds, 2 syllables. The first syllable is the stressed syllable. You have a in the first syllable and e in the second syllable. Pronunciation, message, message. Next one, 4 letters, 3 sounds. You have a in the word. Back, back. Number 9, you have 9 letters, but 7 sounds, 3 syllables. The first syllable is a, the second syllable has a, and the third syllable has e. So answering, answering, and you see N and G together. Answering. Good. And this one, 7 letters and 5 sounds, 2 syllables. The second syllable is the stressed syllable. In the first syllable you have schwa, a. In the second syllable you have e. Machine, machine. If you want to watch the whole collection of videos, the 66 videos that we have produced week after week for 66 weeks, that's amazing. Visit aglanguages.com/videos. And if you want to read articles about English, visit aglanguages.com/blog. And if you want to practice your reading, aglanguages.com/readings. Interested in online English classes, visit aglanguages.com/contactanos. And remember, we teach all levels, English for all levels, all ages, and all needs. Thank you for interacting with our content on social media, and thank you for leaving your comments or your questions, and follow us on Instagram, on TikTok, on LinkedIn, on Facebook, and thank you for subscribing to this YouTube channel. Do you have any questions? Have you been able to leave your questions there? I don't see any questions there, but if you have any, please send me a message and I will be very, very happy to answer any questions you may have on the subject that we have developed today. So thank you very much. Today we talked about making and receiving phone calls. Remember, you can watch this class in English or you can watch it also in Spanish. Subscribe to our channel, you will find information there. And today we reviewed useful expressions that we can use on phone conversations, and we also we have reviewed a lot of content on different grammar topics. So thank you for visiting our website, and thank you AG Languages for making this class possible. So see you next time. Thank you, and please subscribe to our channel and watch our 66 classes. Bye bye.